Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk to you about this sort of realization, but not realization, because it's something I've been thinking for a very long time. And it's about the place that peaceful protest has in our current political atmosphere. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I just came back from an Ice Out Everywhere protest, and it was just basically a march. There were speakers that kind of riled up the crowd a bit, and then we marched around the block twice, and it all lasted about 2 to 3 hours, and then they were like, okay, we can disperse. And afterward, it felt really good. I felt good because I got to get out a lot of pent up anger. It's very helpful to be able to yell and scream when so much is just being thrown at you. And I think that marches and gatherings like that are very valuable to feel that camaraderie and feel like you're not alone, and also just get out that pent up frustration. But I think many of us make the mistake of using protest as our primary mode of change, and it doesn't really do as much as anyone thinks it does. I think it's good at sending a message, but when your government does not care about how you feel, peaceful messages are not that powerful. Not to mention, this protest was one that had a permit, so it was sanctioned by the very system that we're protesting. And I thought it was funny that as we would walk by the police, people would start jeering at the cops and being like, F you, pig, and all that sort of stuff. And I just thought it was kind of silly, because it's like, these are the cops that are literally blocking off the roads so that we can march. I'm not saying that those protesters are wrong, but it's like, these are literally the people that the organizers got permission from to do the protest. So it's really counterproductive. And I think overall, I'm not saying that peaceful protest at all doesn't have a place. I'm saying the way in which we're doing it is not very effective. And I think that people on the left need to really get out of the chokehold that following the law has them in. Like, how am I going to say this? I think it's about time that we stop asking for permission to protest. I think it's about time we stop worrying about what is legal and what is not legal, when everything that the right is doing right now is very much illegal. And so staying within this realm of what's legal is not going to do much. And I'm saying this as someone who definitely knows that there's place for reform. I think there's a place for all types of activism. There's a place for the reformist. There's a place for the person that just wants to burn it all down. But yeah, these marches, they're not doing much, and we really need to figure out ways to make effective change. So just to reinforce my point, yeah, it's very useful to feel a sense of community and to get out your anger. But if you do go to these protests, try your best to connect with people, connect with the organizers, and then go from there. Because the marching itself, the protest itself, unless you're planning to march that same block every day for the next month until they get tired of you, unless you're planning to do an encampment, unless you're planning to do a sit-in, unless you're planning to do a hunger strike, do marching for 2 hours and then getting out of there when the police tell you that you are not allowed to be there anymore, it's just it's very counterproductive. So yeah, I'm gonna start uploading more of these like casual talking to the camera videos, because I have some thoughts that aren't, it's not necessary to make an entire fleshed out edited video. So yeah, thank you for watching.